tank that may be up there.
It's not very shallow up here either.
No, I think they've taken the shallowness out of it.
Yeah, there is still a hole in the very back, but not like it was.
Yeah. This area here, you're going to get into fights with mediums, maybe a soft heavy like the CDC. You're going to get tank destroyers. You're going to get the Swedish tank destroyers are going to be in these back rocks. J Panthers, stuff like that. So pushing through here, you need to make sure that you've got the right side spotted. You know where the tanks are at, and you've got your head on a swivel, because when you come through here, you're going to get shots from everywhere down here to the in front of us. There's so many different places down around this area, down around this area, and this area that are going to shoot at you. Now, if you have gun depression, and you've taken care of the tanks that are here, this is the route to take to get you under their gunfire, and then working with the tank on the hill, if he's in your platoon, you can then work your way up to work your way up to take somebody on. But you definitely need support. You can't do this by yourself with 1-on-3. So you need to have at least one other platoon mate. I know they have worked this area here. This used to be, if you fell down here, you got lost.
It's a freeway now.
It's a freeway now. It allows you to come down through here. If you're a light tank, it affords you the capabilities of coming up and spotting anything to your left, to your right. You don't have to come up that hill. You can work your way around this gully here, and work your way around that gully there, and come up the ridge on that side. Now, if you're a light tank and you've got your camo, and you remember that your camo stays when you're moving, it is possible for you to come through there without getting spotted and pop up behind other tanks along here. Alright, so back here where Rocket is, we'll go ahead and start with where the Artie normally hangs out. This is a drop-off point. It's deeper than what the one on the north side is, so Artie will usually sit back here. They will also sit over here at D1, and they'll sit back here, and they'll sit along the bottom down along here. If it's a tier 5, 6 Artie, 4, 5, 6 Artie, he's going to hide behind this rock, or he's going to hide within these trees here, because it gives him a shorter distance for the shell to hit, but it also gives him more range on his Artie. If I'm in my leaf blower, I'm setting up right around in here somewhere. Usually it's going to be right about here. That way I'm hidden by this this mound right there. I'm also hidden by the rocks up there, and I'm hoping that my teammates have got everything covered up north, or I'm helping them up north. Now, in Artie from this spot here, and I'm like, if you're playing Artie in this game and you are somewhere along the 1 line or the 2 line or the K line, your very first shot is right there. Okay, that little, and we're going to go up there. I'm going to show you that little area on that hill. And the reason being is that area on that hill will allow tank destroyers to shoot your heavies as they're crossing down here, to go into the corner. So in order to support them, that should be your first shot. If you have already with a large splash or a rapid fire, that's where you want to put it. And it's the same on the other side. You're coming from the north and you're waiting to go across, then your first shot is right here. Because he's got shots on things that are crossing in front of him, going to the corner as well. Alright, so rocks on rocks. If I'm in a tank destroyer, I'm setting up 2 places up here. This is going to be the first place is going to be behind this bush over here. And this is going to allow me to make adjustments with my tank destroyer. I'm going to line up close to this rock. It's going to afford me the opportunity to get shots on tanks coming across. Where rocket is where the light tanks are going to sit and spot from. So this area becomes kind of a kill zone. You've got your lane of fire going straight up that way, and you've got another lane of fire that's down into this way. Now, I do not go where Drizzy is. I do not go, like Sam I am. I do not go into I am Sam, and I am not going into this little divot right there. I'm not going into this hill right here unless there's no arty. If there's no arty in the game, then these hills, that divot in the back, all this is wide open for medium tanks, heavy tanks, and tank destroyers. If there is an arty, you're just wasting your HP and your time, because if you get spotted, he's going to tear you up. So we'll start with this spot over
John?
here. Yeah.
Hey, this spot right back here, there's still a notch in this rock where you can sit back. If your tank is tall enough, you can sit back and shoot.
All right. Oh yeah, that rock. I forgot that. Thank you very much. Yeah, if I'm in the tank destroyer or another low tier heavy or low tier medium, where Doug is talking about, which is right in here, this is still a good spot to hide. Sorry. The problem is, the thing you want to remember though is when you're hiding and firing, you're ducking for cover. So if I'm lined up and I'm shooting into, if I'm lined up and I'm shooting into what's coming down the area or what's coming down that corner, and I've got myself lined up on that rock or that bush right there, when it comes time to reload, I'm dropping back into that rock. Well, not that way. I'm dropping back into that rock, so arty can't hit me. If you've got arty, if you don't have arty, I'm dropping back into this rock because I don't want to get spotted by tanks that are coming up on the corner, right down from Skynet. I don't want to get spotted by tanks there, and I don't want to get spotted by tanks back here. So I'm dropping back behind that rock, and if I do get spotted, I'm definitely hiding behind that rock until the 10 seconds is up. Now, on this map, if you get spotted and you're going to wait that 10 seconds, you need to remember that you don't want to pop back out this way. If you were out here and you got spotted, you drop back behind this rock and you're going to wait for those 10 seconds so you can pop back out again. As soon as when you pop out here, I'm going to shoot you because I'm waiting the 10 seconds for you to go dark again, and I'm going to shoot you because that's where you're coming to. So you want to mix it up. I'm back here. I'm waiting the 10 seconds. I'm going to flip around, and I'm going to pop over here and see what I can get, if I can get any shots on anything that's over here with the bat chat or anything that's sneaking down behind the tanks. Okay. Sometimes I'll even come far enough out that I'll get the shot because now I'm dark and he's going to shoot over there thinking that's where it came from. And then come back over here. You have to be unpredictable. If you keep popping out and shooting him from here, he's got those little things that tell you where the shots are coming from. It's not hard to get a blind shot on a tank that you can't see. All you do is line those things up as to where they're at, make a really good estimated guess on elevation, and you put a shot in that direction. That's all you have to do. All right. So coming down here, if I'm a heavy, I'm looking back here to see what I can either help the light tank with or help the medium tank with. You do not want to poke long out of this bush. You don't want to sit here. I see heavy tanks sitting here all the time, and then they're like, okay, I'm going to poke out just a little bit more. I can tell the ones that don't have sixth sense because they don't have any common sense. It's like, okay, I'm going to poke on out here, and they poke out and they look around, and just as they're looking around, I put a shell right into their track, and then I put another one into the side of them. And, you know, and then they're doing everything they can to back up and get out of the way. You'll catch, this is a really good spot right here for heavies. If you're here and you're in a heavy, and your concern is what's in front of you, then you're stupid. Because your concern shouldn't be what's in front of you. Your concern is going to be what's coming up and shooting you on the side. Because that's what's going to happen. This tank in front of you is just there to get your attention. Okay? He's getting your attention, and you're going to shoot at him, and you're not going to penetrate him. Like if it's an OI or something. You're not going to penetrate him. But the Reviole is going to come up, or the Sherman is going to pop his turret.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Clicked back, Michael.
I understand. The Sherman is going to pop his turret, and he's going to shoot you in the side while you're focusing on what's in front of you. Okay? So this is not a good spot to be in. Okay? You want to be in a good spot?
You need to let him come around so your Artie can hit him.
Yeah. You let him come through there so Artie can hit him. You let this Reveille or whatever tank it is down there pop up far enough so Artie can hit him, or so the tank that's sitting at the rock back here that we just talked about can hit him. Okay? So you're back here. Now granted, you have to be smart enough not to get hit by the bat chat that's sitting up on that hill over there. But at the same time, you have to be smart enough that you're letting that tank, you're drawing that tank into your kill zone, which includes tank destroyers and arties. Okay? If you're in a heavy tank and you're up here and you're trying to push the corner, then you've effectively given up any type of strategic positioning, because now their tanks have already pushed the bottom and they're pushing up on the back side of you. So if you're up here with one or two other tanks, it's inevitable you're going to die. Okay? You have absolutely no support except for a tank that is sitting at that rock that we just talked about and over here in this corner. Artie is not going to be able to help. Tank destroyer is not going to be able to help. And it's inevitable that you're going to die. Okay, you need you need to set up a defensive position. And when I say a defensive position, you need to set up back in here, not defending it, but trying to draw them out and draw them down so the tanks behind you can help. I'm always telling the tanks on this map, don't push around. Wait for them to come so the TDs and Artie can help. Nobody ever listens. Nobody ever listens. They drive forward, and they die. Okay.
Yep.
So if you're taking this spot, you want to stay in the area where microzap's at. If you decide you're going to take the bottom spot, okay, and run the bottom route, basically anything beyond this hill you're not going to be already safe. Okay. From this hill forward, Artie's going to hit you. Okay. You have got to stay. First thing is you've got to stay close to the rock. Second thing, this position here, if you do not have an overwhelming force and you do not have a heavy, strong tank, they're going to push right through you. A fast medium is going to come down behind you and encircle whoever's down here to, on your team. Where these guys are at right here, where Skynet's at, Microzap's at, that is the position you want to be in. The Skynet is in a really good position because Artie can't hit him. Artie can try, but since he's on the angle of the mountain like I am, Artie is not going to hit him. Okay, you're going to have shots on anything that pops out. If you can get 2 tanks or 3 tanks down here, you'll be able to hold this corner, draw them to a point where your Artie can hit them. All right, let's move up to the next position, which is going to be up here. If you can beat the tanks that are pushing that corner, then you have the same advantage as what the other team had on you. Okay, now you can push on their flanks and on their backsides this way. You're going to be in the line, the direct line of fire from your Artie. Okay, to play this map strategically, you need to understand reload time for Artie. Because Artie is going to spend a lot of time trying to shell down here. If you can understand the reload time and you can see that Artie just landed, then the prime time to go is when Artie is reloading. Okay? Once you guys take out any of the tanks that are down there, or that are in front of you from this position I'm in now, now you work your way up the hill, along the rocks, taking cover. Same with your team down at the bottom. They work up the hill, along the rocks. That is your best cover against that hill. It's your worst cover against where the TD spot where Rocket's at. Okay, you're gonna be already safe right here where Krasta is, but you're gonna be wide open for the tank destroyer on the hill. What you also need to look out for is the tank that's sitting right where Drizzy's at. You're gonna find a heavy has fallen back right there. He's gone dark, and you're not gonna spot him until you get up into this area here. This area here is their kill zone. They're gonna fire from this point, which is down at the base of that road, back in here, back to my right, my left. So if they're smart enough and they're good enough, that's the kill zone they're going to set up. You're not going to see tanks in front of you. You're going to see turrets popped up over, haul down, and turrets popped up. You may not even see the tank destroyers on the 3 spots on the hill. You'll probably not see the tank destroyer back where Ludo is, or the artillery back behind Micro's out. So once you crest that hill and you take care of all them, game's over. Right, Rocket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody ever really does that. Allows their artillery to draw.
Nobody wants to allow artillery to do that. Nobody wants to work with artillery. Everybody wants to damage themselves.
Well, the problem is they get killed doing it.
Yeah. Okay, so you're in a tank destroyer. You want to take this position. This is how you do it. You want to get as close. You want to get as close to this rock as you can, okay? This goes for just about any tank destroyer position that I show you guys. I don't care what I'm in. If I'm in a Hellcat, anything, any tank destroyer, I sit here and I wait, okay? I let Artie shell the ground in front of me. I let Artie shell the ground beside me. I let Artie hit me. Whatever. I do not move until that light bulb goes off. Okay? Because if I move with that light bulb, or before that light bulb goes off, and it goes off when I move, then everybody's going to shoot at me. If I sit still, take a shot from Artie, take a shot from, a splash from either one of these locations, 99% of the time, if I am tucked up into this rock, Artie is not going to be able to hit me directly. And what Artie will do is it'll watch. If it doesn't hit you, it's going to splash. And he's going to know, he's not going to know if he splashed you, but he's going to know if he's going to assume there's nobody there. Because when an Artie shell hits you, it disappears. There is no splash. There's no brown mark on the ground. So if you sit here and wait and let him hit all around you, take the little bit of damage for splash, he's going to leave you alone. He's going to think, well, there's nobody's up there. And then what you do is you wait for the tanks to come across, and you fire. You hit them broadside. You wait for them to cross in front of you down there, and then you hit them. Now, the other thing is you have to be able to understand the geometry of the tank coming and your shell going, so your shell meets that tank at the optimal time when he crosses in front of you. Okay. Now, this spot here, depending on the tank you're in, you only need to pull forward a little bit, and again, you have to have the height. You only have to pull forward a little bit, and now you've got shots at anything that's coming down or coming up from that area down there. Why would you want to do this? Because you don't want to pop your nose out over the cliff and get spotted. Okay? You want to be able to see what's going on. You want to put your tank in the right position for a shot, but you don't want to be spotted. So what that means is you put yourself in an awkward position that allows you to shoot tanks that can't see you or have no idea where the shell's coming from. All they know is when it gets hit, it's coming from this direction. Is it in front of them? Or is it at the bottom of the hill? Is it at the top of the hill? They're not going to know. All right, they're never going to think that you've pulled up the side of the hill and you're shooting at them from on that side of that hill, because nobody does that. Nobody can understand the geometry of the tanks, and if you go forward and use your side, you get better gun depression. All right, so the only thing we have left, and we have 45 seconds, show you where the Artie goes. And that's going to be back here. So Artie's going to line up anywhere in the back here. If you're playing Artie from the other side, what you want to look for is what I just did. Tracks going through the barbed wire. If I'm back here, I'm setting up in that bush right there, or this area over here. But I'm also trying to get up here without knocking any of that wire down. Who is it? Okay. Any questions? Comments?
Bada Bing needs an invite, I think.
All right.
Brandis needs an invite. I got my system up.
All right. Plymouth, can you invite them?
I need an invite too, if you can.
I'll tell you what. I'll just open the room back up here.
Okay.
Did that cache work, Tyrannus?
Okay,
Yes,
the
it did.
room's open
Thank you.
back up. It's 33 Plymouth Doug, and right now it's Mannerheim line.
All right.
All right, Flash. I'll see you later.
All right, thanks MFL. I got to run on.
No problem.
Got some
User
good ideas,
disconnected
man.
from your channel.
Good ideas.
All right. All right, everybody in? Except for
Yep.
Frank.
Wasn't there one more? Or was there just two?
There was
User
just two.
left your channel.
Okay, what map do you want now, John?
I haven't got it. Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bing.
John, do you want a different map?
Nope. We're gonna stay on this one.
10-4.
Still need invite.
Okay, it's an open room. 33
Open
Plymouth
room.
Doug.
Josabella, Josabella.
I'm in. Hey, thank
I don't see you. I still don't see you.
Peekaboo, I see you.
It was pretty cool. I was basically following on the map there, so.
Nope, not the Terminator.
Bada Bing's already in.
Ah, there he is. Bada bing.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
Okay, so lock it down, kick that guy out. Now, okay, I've done a lot of talking about where to go and cover with Artie. I'm going to go, this time we're going to go and focus on the TD spot. Well, we did the one TD spot. I'm going to focus on the middle, the water area, the little down area there, the little, the gully on the north, gully on the south, and the TD spot up on the top of that little hill.
Ready, John?
Yep, I'm ready.
Battle started.
All right, so once again, our training brings us to Mannerheim line. All right, so we're gonna go just right down here in front of this water
yeah, by the magic bush.
by the magic bush. So if you're a light tank, well, I showed you the TD spots up on this hill. if you're a light tank, if you're a TD, you're really counting on a light tank of getting down here and staying alive. So you're going to get light tanks that go over there. You're going to get light tanks that go this way here and are going to give you spots. You're going to get a light tank that comes down here and give you spots. And then, of course, you've got your mediums around here. You got your heavies down here. But the middle of the road is going to be, if you're on that TD hill, the middle of the road is going to be your bread and butter. You're gonna get a light tank getting you a spot on this TD ridge right here. You're gonna look at it and you're gonna say, man, I can reach it, I could hit him. And you're gonna hang over the edge of that rock and you're gonna try to fire. Because I know you're gonna do it because I do it. I know it, I can do it every time, and every time I get hit. I get spotted when I come out and the tank hits me. So you need to resist the urge to poke and shoot. Light tanks, if you're coming down here, you're either actively spotting or you're passively spotting. If you're passively spotting, okay, you don't have to go all the way. You guys stay where you're at. You guys don't have to go all the way up in here, okay, and find a spot, okay. You have no cover. All you have is a rock. Somebody pops around this side of the rock, you know, your escape route is into the water. Not only that, their light tanks are going to be in this bush right here. They're going to be in that bush right there looking for you. So the magic bush is back there. Who's in the bush?
Starnold.
Darnold's in the magic? Yeah. You've got two magic bushes. You've got that magic bush, and you've got the magic bush right behind Bada Bing. So those are your two magic bushes for passive scouting. You want to get in this bush right there. Just like that. See how Ludo got in there? Alright? He did not see his front end. Its front end is not sticking out. His gun is not sticking out. The only thing that he did wrong is he's still sitting front facing the enemy.
Back in.
Yep. You gotta back in. Because when you have to run, the last thing you want to do is back up, take 3-4 hits before you can turn. Okay? If I gotta run, I want that thing to go forward and not stop. I don't want to go left, or I don't want to have to turn around. If you're smart, you're going forward and you're going left and you're going right, you're wiggling to get away. But you have to turn your front end facing the opposite direction that your turret is so you can get out of there. Now, I don't know about Ludo's ability to spot, or his vision, but mine, I can see all the way down to here, all the way up to here, all the way out to here, and all the way back to here. And that's my vision range. My render range goes from here to here, and then it's off the map in the back. So again, you do not have to be along the side of the road where the heavy tanks are traveling to be able to spot them. Okay, all you need to do is be able to, the way the mechanics are, I'm going to see, if you're spotted somebody and he's behind that wall and I'm up on that hill, I'm going to see not their silhouette, but I'm still going to see their tag, because that's the way the mechanics are. So you're going to be spotting vehicles on the other side of these hills for other people, not just yourself. As they're crossing down there, as they're crossing in this area here to move their way up, you're going to be spotting them right in here. Same with the heavies, you're going to be spotting them right in here. What's really important, if you've got the vision, is that you spot anything that's coming along that area there. Any questions? All right, so the last thing you want to do is drive into that water. So you only have two ways around it. One is down at the bottom, the other one is up at the top. So you decide you're going to come this way and you get spotted, you take cover in these rocks. Now, what's going to happen is where Drizzy is at now, he's spotting you, okay? You are going to, if you get yourself too far out here, you're going to be open up for Artie, okay? You're going to be open up at their magic bush, which is right there. You're going to allow yourself to get shot from anything in these rocks and the cover behind Drizzy. If the other team has taken the corner up here, then you're going to get shots from there. But when you come through here, you want to come slow, especially if you get spotted. If you're spotted, then you need to just kind of, I don't know, poke and peck your way through from rock to rock until you can identify who's spotting you. Okay, you should automatically know that you're going to get spotted or shot from somebody down here, right there on that corner. If I'm playing a light tank or a fast low tier medium, that's where I'm at. Okay, I'm there all the time. If I'm playing a heavy medium or a low tier heavy, I'm up here. I'm in this area here. Okay. And that's, you know, I'm expecting like a Tiger 1, a CDC, you know, something with fair to low armor, but a decent gun, a decent rate of fire. I would say 90% of the time you're not going to see a Type 4 up here. You're not going to see an IS-3. You're going to see, probably going to see an E5, not the E5 tier 10, but the E5 American tier 8. You're going to see that up here. You're going to see the Super Pershings up here. You're going to see Cromwells. You're going to see an array of British mediums, that kind of stuff. You're going to see a J Panther and maybe an IS-52 or an SU-52. That's what you're going to be dealing with in a low tier coming up in this direction. Now, from here you can decide to go two different routes. You can decide that you're gonna take on Drizzy and his compatriots in the ditch over here. If you do, you better go full bore. You've got two ways to get in there. Both ways are going to open you up gunfire from that light tank, or from if an Artie is back here in this corner, you're going to get Artied from that corner. Any Artie back in here is going to miss you and not be able to hit you unless they're at a really perfect angle. But if they're back in here, they're worried about the corner. They're not worried about a low tier medium or a low tier heavy coming into this area. So this is going to be a fight up through here. Okay, you do have cover that you can take. Okay, I know everybody loves to run over cover like that. There it is. I ran over my cover. Oh, look, these logs break up. Well, if you get behind a log, If you get behind the log and get yourself set, use the next set of cover, for example. All right, now I'm looking down where that arty or where that light tank is going to be sitting, right, right there in the snow. If I back up a little bit, if I put a shell in there, I've got 2 covers that he has to shoot. Okay, so that's 2 shells. He shoots that, I get to shoot him. All right, now the second cover I am hauled. He has to hit me in the hull, or he has to hit the logs, and that allows me another shot. Okay, so you don't want to run over the logs. You don't want to run over the fences. You know, this is the little outhouses. This is all stuff that, yes, it can be destroyed, but yes, it costs or makes the other tank shoot at it and waste a shot. Okay. Now, granted, some of the shots may hit you, but they're not going to do as much damage as a straight shot into your side if there was nothing there. So, if by chance he's in a 64, or maybe he's in a tier 5 light tank, and his shell just basically smashed this house, like I said, I've got a shot into them. If I'm hauled down behind those logs, he tries to shoot, he shoots the logs, I got another shot into him, and then from that point, I'm down here, and now I'm fighting Drizzy. Any questions? Any comments or ideas?
I liked where those logs are sitting. I hadn't noticed before that they were lined up like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of maps that you'll see and it's funny because if you platoon with me and somebody runs over a shed or runs over a house, I always say thanks a lot, asshole, for running over my cover. And nobody really.
It's even better with trees because everybody sees the tree.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
The flag comes down. Oh dear.
Oh jeez. And
it's just Artie smart.
What's that?
It's just Artie smart too, because the Artie can sometimes see you.
Right.
Yeah, I look for those new walls and stuff they've got, especially like on the Fisherman's Bay. You can't track anybody because there's so many walls. If you're going to go in a straight line, you got them.
Now, this is not to say, and we haven't really done much training on this. If I'm coming up defending this side where Drizzy's coming from, okay, and I want to be sneaky. I want to be strategic, and I want to be sneaky, okay, and I pop up here, and then I'm going to come back, okay, because that tree fall, okay, there is not an arty in the game that's going to assume that you knocked that tree down and then fell back. He's gonna think you knocked that tree down and you drove over it and went that direction. And it's the same when you're playing arty. I do it all the time in my arty.
Great.
I'll knock it. Yep, it's a misdirect. Okay, I'll knock that tree down, and then I'll hide the opposite direction, or I'll hide behind where I knocked the tree down. Because here's what happens. Drizzy's on the other team, okay? He's sitting here with me, and I kill him. But his tank is sitting here, okay? So the guy stays in game. Maybe he's in a platoon. So now he clicks on his tank, and he's looking around. Because that's what I do. And that tree falls, okay? So now he tells his buddies in his platoon, hey, you've got a tree that just fell right here. Oops, right here. So now he's telling his friends, and he's telling Artie, that that tree fell and it went that direction, so that's the direction that they start looking in. They're going to look over. They're going to look over where rocket's at because that's the direction the tree fell. They are not going to assume that. They're not even going to think that it's a misdirect. Now, I mean, if you really want to get screwed up with them and you really want to fuck with them, you knock this tree that way, and you come back and you knock this tree that way, and then you go back to where Drizzy's at, because now they've seen this tree fall.
Now you got concealment.
Now you've got concealment, and they've seen trees fall all different directions, and I have no clue where you went. But at least one misdirect tree will save you time and HP, because now if they're looking south, you're going north. That's the whole thing. Especially if you come down to only a few people in the game. 3-on-3, 2-on-3, something like that. If there's an arty involved or a platoon involved and you drive past one of the guys that are in that platoon, you better believe he's going to tell one of his platoon mates or the team that you just ran over those logs or you just knocked that tree down. You knock that tree down that way and you're going up north, this is what you do, is you come this direction. Let them think that you went south and then you come over here. Now they've smoothed out these gullies so you can go into the gullies without
Can't climb back out though.
without dying. Yeah.
That's
You can't climb out that way, but you can get down that way. Now again, all right, so I'm here, I'm spotted. Move up. Well, I didn't mean to knock that tree down, but I did. You get up in here, or you get over
actually
in here.
it's good to knock one of those trees down because you need that concealment.
Yeah. The idea is you want to knock it. You want to use the deception of knocking a tree down to give you the advantage over the other team because they think you're going another direction. And they're not going to see. They will not see tracks in the snow. They will not see you climbing a rock or climbing a hill, but they will see that tree fall. Okay. Now, here's another. Let me give you another arty secret too. Let's say I'm sitting here. Somebody else came through there and knocked that tree down. Okay? I'm going to drop a shell. If I'm arty, I'm going to drop a shell in this area right here. Okay? If I drop a shell on the left side of me, and then I drop a shell on the right side of me, I'm going to blow both of those trees down. Which is not going to give the person cover. But I'm going to get an idea that I have an idea that this tank is sitting here. So I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to put one in front and one in back. Because what's going to happen is when I hit with those shells on left and right side, he's going to back up. It's a natural response that when the shells go off, he backs up. And then when they're done, he's going to pull back forward. So when he pulls back forward, you drop another one in front of him. He's going to pull forward like that, or what you think is behind him. And when you drop the one in front of him, you're going to drop it on top of him. The idea is you basically try to work that tank to move him in the position where you can drop a shell on him. You know he's somewhere in here. And if you're lucky and get him to knock a tree over as he's backing up, that's great. But if not, just sit and wait. Drop one in front, drop one in middle, drop one behind, and eventually you're going to get him. Now, with for those of us who have the leaf blower, does anybody here play the leaf blower? Does anybody have the leaf blower that's here?
Yep.
I do. You do? I have since changed my loadout in the leaf blower. Since they made the Arty changes, and I've switched from all HE to 50/50 HE and AP. Now,
Really?
yes, if I shoot at this tank with AP and I miss, you're not going to see it. You're not going to know it. It's going to make a thump, and that's it. That's all you're going to hear. You're going to hear a thump, thump. That's it. But if I hit you, well, here's the other thing. There's a different trajectory with AP than what there is with HE, and I'm not exactly sure why. If I shoot HE, it comes in at an angle. Okay, comes in on top, comes in at you on an angle, and it flies through you. If I fire AP at you, it launches in the air, and it comes down straight down on top of you, or a little bit of an angle down on top of you. It does not have the same trajectory that HE does. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know why. We tested it the other night in game. It does not have the same trajectory. And if I hit you with that, if you get hit with that AP shell, you can kiss almost all of your HP goodbye. I mean, I've left people on 20 HP, full health tank, PZ3, PZ4, a Lee. I smack you with AP, and you're done.
Do you aim it the same?
I aim it exactly the same, and it lands. Now, it's not as accurate as if I'm shooting a tank to tank. It will deviate. It deviates more than HE. But when it hits, they know it hit. You will
tends
see.
to act like plunging fire from like a ship.
Yeah. It comes down on you.
It's being lofted.
Yep, it's being lofted, and it comes down on you like a shell coming in from a battleship. It lands right on top of you, and it just wipes everything out. When I play my leaf blower, I start with AP. I'll run through 20 shells, and I'll do all the damage. I'll do all my damage with AP, my direct damage with AP, and then I start shooting at tanks with HE, and I do all my indirect damage. I do all my splash damage after I've already done a large amount of damage with AP. That's how I do it. That's how I'm now playing.
I never liked that thud when you missed.
Yeah, I don't like that thud either when you miss. But that's all in a tank. That's all you're going to hear. You're just going to hear a thump, thump, and you're not going to see. You're not going to see where it hit. It's not going to splash. It's not going to splash dirt or anything. All right, let's go back up to the cap because I've got one other thing I want to show you before we run out of time. And
someone call AAA.
Where are you, Ludo?
Let's hold. Jersey came to join me.
All right.
I didn't think I was heard.
Could I come and just kill you?
Well, you
try
can't
to
kill me, or else it'll
All right.
reset.
You know what? Forget it.
Yeah.
Come on over here to the cap. I'll talk to you two later about dicking around while I'm training.
Where I'm sitting at, by the way, this looks right into that little shelf on the other side of the map.
And
Up there
of
at the
course,
top of A.
I need Drizzy for this, and he's,
Uh-oh. What did you need me for?
All right.
He was just trying to help, and all I was trying to do was back in behind here.
I understand. Unfortunately, I had no training going on behind there. All right, so Drizzy and I played the other night. I got a 1357 because I was tired of being killed by them. And Drizzy and I came, I forget what map we were on, but it was kind of like a desert map. I came up on, Drizzy came up on 2 tanks, a P-43, and a 1357. So Drizzy turned and ran, because that's what Drizzy does. And then he'll sneak attack you from behind, or he'll let me go in and get killed, which is what he did. And then, you know, he came in and killed him. So Drizzy said he didn't want to take on 2 tanks and a 1357. So I said, well, I'll take them on. I don't care. You know, it's 3rd game in my tank. So what I did is I popped up over the hill, and the idea was, again, to encircle them, but they were too far apart and too close to the hill to allow me to make a large circle. So I'm gonna use Plymouth and Microzap for the example. So as I went in to circle them, I went between them, and I turned on my auto aim, the one that I get from, stay where you're at, Plymouth. The one that we were on steps. The one that I downloaded from Aslan's, and I have what's called unlimited search mode. Yeah, you know, it is always actively looking for a target for me to lock onto.
It won't lock onto them though.
I can't lock onto them. But I could have if Drizzy wasn't playing.
I see why you needed him there.
Yeah. So what happened is I drove between these 2 guys. I have 8 shells in my clip. All right. My first lock, the first auto lock, locked onto the P-43. I fired. I hit my left mouse button, and the auto lock jumped to the 1357. Since my reload is that fast in this autoloader, I fired at him. I hit my left mouse button again. I jumped back over to the 43. I went back and forth. I dumped my whole clip. 4 shots into the 43, 4 shots into the 57, and then since Drizzy didn't come help, the T-3485 that was behind me killed me. But
so close.
The point being is I was able to drive around them and drive in between them and use the auto lock and dump a clip into the 2 of them at the same time, just by clicking it and letting it search for the next target on its own. So I want to do a practice to where we can try some of this with the auto lock so you guys get comfortable and used to it. I can pull the game if you guys want to see the video from that game. I can go back and pull the video and get Ludo to post it, so you can see how I did it and what I did. Now there was one time where the 43 tracked me, so I was stuck sitting still and going back and forth. But just the fact that I was able to switch and move to the other tank with the right mouse button allowed me to do the I think it was 800, 900 damage to both the 2 tanks. Dumped the full clip in both those tanks. All right. So, any questions? Any comments? You have nothing. You guys have 23 seconds to race over there and kill Drizzy.
Well, at least see where they're at.
That's a really funny thing because they're wedged up against the boundary of the map.
Yeah, see, I started to drive back there thinking it'd be a good place to peek out, and we were actually in that area. You were talking about that area, and so I turned around to go in backward, and that's when the border flipped me on my side.
I got you.
No room to flip back over.
Jersey came to help and pushed me further in and did the same thing to himself.
Did you honestly think Jersey was going to help?
I didn't know what he had in his mind.
I thought
Trust
I was like,
me,
well, you're
Drizzly-
on your side. Might as well keep pushing you up.
Drizzy will never have the idea of help on his mind.
What do you mean?
All right, guys, that's it for me tonight.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Yeah,
No
thank you.
problem.
Thank you.
Hey,
and
hold
bada
on.
bing.
Hold on
Sorry,
before
go ahead.
everybody leaves. Hold on before everybody leaves. We are going to be doing, not initiating. What's the word I want to look for? We're going to be putting out a new type of training, and it is going to be open to NA1 and NA2. It'll be introducing. There you go. Thank you, Drizzy. Wow, he actually helped me. We're going to be introducing a new training on the weekends. It'll be Friday night, Saturday during the day, Saturday night, Sunday during the day, Sunday night.
User disconnected from your channel.
What you have to do is, if you come to NA2, I would prefer if the week before you want to do it, let me know so I can get you on the list. A clan mentor will actually platoon with you and or another person that if you want to bring them.
User
if not,
your channel.
we may put those people together ourselves into a tier of your choosing and try to help you with your combat. Now, I've discussed this with some of the clan mentors. They're not going to be platooning with you to go out and do as much damage as they can do. Their job is to keep an eye on you and put you in the position to do well in that tune and in that game. Okay? From that point then, the clan mentor will then review his video, okay? And give you any other insights that he may have missed during the game. So this is going to kind of be like a one-on-one, one-on-two personal training. So we're going to try that and see how that works. So like I said, if anyone is interested, let me know, and I'll put you guys on the list that we have started right now. I think I've got 2 people on the list. I've got 1 person on the list. Krasta is going, and I haven't asked Krasta yet what tier he wants to do. So, for example, if Krasta wants to do tier 6, Microzap wants to do tier 6, we'll put those 2 together with Drizzy or Mike or myself or Tank, and get you guys out there and try to do the one-on-one training. You won't stay in the lobby. We'll have a room that you will go to, a game room. Other people are not welcome to go into the game room as you're playing. It's not going to be a conversation room. So, I've given the combat officers the authority to tell somebody, hey, get out, I'm mentoring, I'm training, whatever. So I just want to put that out there to NA1 if you guys want to come do that.
Sounds like a good plan.
People that way.
What's that, Rocket?
I like the idea.
Yeah.
I like the concept.
Anybody who wants to lower their win 8 or just become worse, I am mentoring that.
Well, the clan I know clan mentoring has been around, and a lot of people have talked about it, and everybody wants to do it. It's one of those things that will lower, especially mine. I don't mind dying in a one-on-one mentoring because I'm not there. I accept the fact that I'm not there to do all the damage I can. I'm there to help the player. So I will die, and
you have to set up situations for the guy.
Right. You have to. You know, I may have to take hits for somebody. I may have to die, but if I die, I'm in their tank. I'm with them in their tank, and I'm giving them, you know, look to your left, look to your right, watch out behind you, and that's mentoring. That's how you mentor. All right, guys. I will see you next week. Again, if anybody's interested, please let me know. So you can leave me an offline message, which is easy. You just go to tools, and I've got it set up on my thing, but I think it's tools, and there's and it's also Control O. Just click on that. You say compose. Choose whoever it is from the contact list, and you just leave me a message, and I'll get you set up. All right.
Sounds good.
Yay!
Good job.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Thanks for the change.
Yep, no problem.
Thanks, John.
Yep.
User left your channel. User left your